YouTube, what up, man? It's your boy AD. Back in you another video. And as you can see, we got a new community update ahead of new updates coming for Battlefield 6. So we got some information. We're gonna run it down real quick, go over what's to come and future updates, as well as what's already here. So be sure to leave a like on this video. Also subscribe if you haven't done so already. I try to upload pretty much every day, whether it's Battlefield content. Call of Duty is literally dropping. If you're making a trip to New Zealand, 6 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So I'm gonna put this out tonight, the night before. So y'all gonna lock in, y'all gotta go lock in now. Do what you gotta do. But let's go ahead and get on right into this, man. We're not gonna do too much. This is kind of like, a letter to the Battlefield community of what's been happening so far with the experiences of season one, Red Sec, and them just thanking everyone that's been playing it, that they're paying attention to feedback and what's to come. California Resistance update arrives November 18th with Eastwood, our second new map of season one that is primed for all-out warfare, so that's conquest and escalation, with new weapons, the ultimate vehicle edition for creative mayhem, and more. So we already know casual breakthrough is a thing. We've had challenge and assignment updates that went live November 5th. Unfortunately, it's a worldwide problem where if the challenges were met to unlock certain weapons, unfortunately, if they weren't fully unlocked, or they say they're unlocked, but you go into your loadout screen and it's still locked, it's a pretty much global thing. Some people say contact support. Some people said they've tried that and it doesn't work. So until the patch drops, you're pretty much screwed out of it as of right now. Bots were reintroduced to verified experiences, where it's a certain amount of bots that are available in games, and you have reduced XP, just like the casual breakthrough mode. Several issues that were adjusted, like the recon drone being smashed by a hammer, lockout and missiles responding correctly to countermeasures, so on and so forth. Dispersion not properly reflects stance and movement. And what's in active development. So weapon dispersion, bloom fixes. We made a small tuning pass that reduces how quickly dispersion and recoil build up during sustained fire. Dispersion adjustments apply to all weapons, while most also receive recoil tuning. These changes make weapons feel more smoother and more consistent, especially at longer ranges where we've seen players engage more often. We'll continue to monitor these updates, find them based on da-da-da-da. So of course, when it comes down to the bloom aspect, major thing for everybody. That, as well as just the hit registration in general. If they can find a way to balance it properly where you can still have your bloom, but at least make sure the hit registration and or netcode is in a better space. To me, that's going to be the biggest thing that they can do moving forward of what's to come in these upcoming updates. Lighting adjustments, visibility upgrades made further improvements to soldier visibility, particularly when transitioning between interiors and exteriors, so that bright ass sun or the dark ass rooms when you're going in and out respectively. That's how that's supposed to be being worked out right now. For challenge clarity updates, we refine challenge descriptions and tracking to make your progress easier to understand and follow. Fort Linden and Portal, more segments of Fort Linden will be available in Portal for creating community experiences. So that's literally parts of the BR map that will be added into Portal for people to be able to create their own games at that point. And for aim assist adjustments, we've adjusted aim assist to make aiming feel smoother and more predictable, helping players build stronger muscle memory. Tuning is now similar to the open beta experience. As a result, infantry aim assist and infantry aim assist slowdown have been reset to match the new values. Try to update before making changes. Note, infantry aim assist zoom snap settings are only active in single player imported experiences and not in multiplayer. So that was another thing a lot of people have been excited about, was to go back into the aim assist and controller style that was in the open beta that they changed when the game released. So that should be a W for a lot of people as well. Now, winter offensive update. This is what they're targeting for December 9th. All this here is what's coming in November 18th. This is what's coming December 9th. So in addition to the new limited time event and new melee weapon, quick peek at a few of the other updates. Vehicle balance pass, we've made an initial tuning pass to smooth out some of the biggest balance outliers between vehicles. Expect more consistent vehicle combat across the board. For breakthrough mode, several maps in breakthrough have been updated to improve balance and flow. For example, Sector 1 in Mirak Valley now has fewer available vehicles and adjusted capture zones to help attackers make better progress. So if y'all know Mirak Valley, when you're starting out on an attack, it's so difficult. I've barely gotten past that first sector so many times with the team that I have assembled, and it's like the team that's defending is like God's greatest gift. So hopefully that helps out as far as at least getting past the first sector. After that, work on how you got to work on it, but it should make for a lot better games. Rush mode, we've updated MCOM placements on Manhattan Bridge and Liberation Peak to create smoother attack routes and more engaging objectives. And under review, map design and size, which a lot of people have said something. We have seen your comments about map size and pacing. Battlefield is at its best when maps offer different ways to play and constant action around every corner. Striking that balance is always a priority, and we are committed to a variety of map types across future seasons. With Eastwood arriving in the California Resistance update, we will continue monitoring existing maps and modes for targeted adjustments, like what's planned for the Winter Offensive, which is in December, while also learning from community creations in Portal. So, if they're going to be learning from Portal, they're probably going to pull like a Halo Infinite move, where they may take what they're seeing in Portal mode that people have been working on and possibly integrate that or make new maps out of those modes in particular. So I would keep a lookout on that, but I think what they'll take is certain pieces and aspects of Portal that a lot of people are enjoying in certain experiences and adjust those accordingly to make them fit into their verified experiences in game, to where the match flow and all that is a lot smoother and it's not as drastic, I guess you could say. Reviewing challenges to better support the sandbox gameplay that sits at the core of the Battlefield experience. UI and menu improvements, we're looking into adjustments that will roll out over time. The goal of making navigation more intuitive, from settings menus to equipping your own skins to discovering community experiences more easily. For player stats, we're exploring expanded player stat tracking, including per season details and other improvements, so that's a W. For social play improvements, we're evaluating ways to make it easier to group up with friends and resolve issues that may prevent smooth session joining. There's always like that long pause before you can join, or you end up getting an error when trying to join. Just depends. Here we go. Hit registration netcode. We're investigating improvements to hit registration. This work is closely tied to potential updates around time to death and TTK consistency, as well as bugs such as sometimes dying when behind cover. That is going to be a big thing. So if you remember games like X Defiant, the netcode was so bad you would be 8 steps ahead of and around the corner and you're still getting shot and wondering how did you still die. Same aspect here, where it does happen at times, not to that level of bad, but it does happen, so it becomes kind of a bit of a nuisance. So hopefully they can figure out a way to balance that properly without going overboard, and then the TTK is destroyed in that sense. For the vehicles ecosystem, we're reviewing the overall vehicle experience to ensure balanced combat across all out warfare modes and map types, because there are certain maps that you get 3, 4, 5 tanks out at a time, and it's insane. Like Sobek City on Escalation or Sobek City on Conquest is disgusting when it comes to like 3, 4, 5 tanks at a time. So hopefully they can get that figured out. RedSec, audio performance. We have identified performance and memory issues that can occasionally cause sounds such as footsteps or vehicles that not play consistent maps. Optimization work is underway. W, they need to get the audio together, because there's plenty of times I'm chilling somewhere. Let's say I'm looking out with my thermal sights, whatever, and somebody comes creeping up behind me, but they were just running full speed, or they hit a zip and I can't hear the zip line when they're coming up because it's so quiet, or it's just you can't hear it at all and it doesn't exist. Some people will be running full speed at you and you won't hear them literally until they're right there or already shooting you, and it's quite a pain in the ass. Battle Royale solo mode, please, for the love of God. We are reviewing solo mode pacing and difficulty. Playing without a squad can feel punishing, and we want solo to remain a rewarding Battlefield experience. Please, 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 please. Or go trios, whichever one. But we gotta have solos. Got to. Get solos, allow spectating. Do it. If y'all, I know y'all don't really give a damn about me, the little guy, but please, for the love of God, have solos. Because a lot of times I'm by myself, and not to be funny, is so many people like in random duo feel that I feel like don't know what they're doing and don't care to. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Casual battle royale mode. So they're gonna trying to go the route of, unfortunately, Call of Duty with the casual style, but also making sure that it's like casual breakthrough. So they're trying to cater to everybody, which I can understand. You want to be able to make sure that you're keeping the core community happy and allowing new people that want to come in and play to be able to enjoy it. Battle Dads is simple, you know what I'm saying? Armor plating, viewing current action time and availability of armor plating. Hopefully they could speed it up a little bit, doesn't have to be drastic. Like, it doesn't have to be fucking Warzone plating where it's like in 2 seconds. But at least instead of 6 to 7 seconds, make it like 3 or 4. Like, so it's not as bad. You still want to be able to make a play without being stuck in this long ass animation of trying to put on a plate when you're about to already go down for the count. And using smokes is a great way to try to avoid certain things, to reposition. But depending if you don't have smokes, or depending on who your teammate is, if you don't have a support player or whatever that might have that extra smoke, it can hurt you. So you have to try to play everything smart. And for tank availability, we're exploring possible adjustments to tank frequency and placement within Battle Royale matches. You should, because there should be no way a full team has fucking tanks. Not within 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of the game starting. That's not gonna work. And we got community highlights where they've celebrated different parts of the game, different people in the community that have shared their experiences. And yeah, that's what we got going on so far. So we see some new updates on the horizon. We have the new map that's going to be dropping in weapons and stuff November 18th. And then we've had a look forward of December 9th of more content dropping as well. And it looks like season 2 is launching early 2026. So we got plenty of things to look forward to. We're going to see how well Battlefield continues once Call of Duty does drop. So based on how that goes, I think will determine where Battlefield goes in the future. If they can continue on an upward trend versus losing momentum once Call of Duty drops, I think will determine a lot. And hopefully the community continues to be supportive, continues to play it, continues to thrive playing the game, and those that make content will continue to thrive in making content and be able to do the things that they love to do. So with that being said, appreciate y'all watching the vid. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below, let me know what you're thinking of the new updates as well as what's to come. Also, be sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/AyeDeon. We live stream on both platforms, YouTube and Twitch. And until then, I'll see y'all next time. Love y'all. Peace.